Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing a series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I did hit up a local spot, and that tends to make me happy. So I'm in a bit of a good mood. But anyway, we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am definitely wearing grody work clothes. Folks, typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is essentially the case today. I did, in fact, just get off work not too long ago. And, I didn't exactly find this place, like I knew it existed, and I decided to go there. But, for all intents and purposes, So, where is said place? What are we doing here? What's going on? What am I reviewing for you? Well, folks, I decided to head back to, boom, Addi-Zone in Addison, Illinois. Addi-Zone, Addison, I like it. And I went over there and I got, boom, it's a shake. It's a protein shake. This specifically is, let me get the thing. That's why I grabbed the menu, because I knew I'd forget. This is their, it's on the back side. This is their peanut butter Chocobanana protein shake. So, and let me get a little thing for the thing. Can I get a thing for the thing? Nah. Ha 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 ha, maybe? Ha 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 ha. Sure, why not? So yes, I've reviewed a couple of shakes from Addi-Zone before. I did like their mango pineapple, I did their churro one, and basically they're like a cool little, sort of like healthy oriented store. All the shakes are protein shakes. They also have like teas and refreshers. And they also have like a few food options, one of which I'm going to be reviewing after this, so get in for that. But yeah, man, I saw that they had a peanut butter chocolate banana shake, and I was like, I got to get in on that. So let's give it a go. It's not the best weather for it, because it is about 5 degrees out today, and it's a cold drink, but I like cold drinks no matter the time of year. Let's give it a go. Oh, I like it. Oh, I like it a lot. That's really cool. Also, extra points because they're nice enough to provide the extra wide straws, which I feel all places that sell milkshakes should. What the hell, Baskin Robbins? It's really good. So here's the thing. What with it being like a protein shake, it's gonna have a little bit of it's gonna have a little bit of a protein kind of taste to it. And if you've never had like protein oriented stuff before, I know I don't exactly look like the type of guy who would, but, I've reviewed a few things on my show, and to be fair, back when I was in my 20s, I used to hit the gym a little bit. There's kind of, not across the board, but almost across the board, tends to be kind of a chalky taste to it, like it's just, I don't know. I remember, like Monster, like they used to have Monster Milk. I don't think they still do. I haven't seen it in a long time. Those I wasn't big on. Some of them are okay, like the core stuff, they're a little bit better, but it's very hit or miss. Main thing you're trying to do with like the protein stuff, at least in my opinion, you're trying to go over there and hopefully use whatever really good flavors you have to kind of cover that up a little bit. And in this regard, it pretty much works. I'll go into the specifics. First thing, one of the things I really like about it is that you get like kind of different layers of flavor. The initial thing is definitely the chocolate banana. That's what you get hit with immediately. And it's a nice blend of chocolate and banana. I would say, for me personally, I could maybe do just a little bit more banana, because I do feel like against the chocolate's winning out a little bit, but it's not by a huge margin. You're still tasting that banana, and it's really nice. Chocolate and banana just fucking work. It's a great combination. But the really cool thing is that you try that, and it's like, okay, this is good. It's all right. But then, like maybe like a half second later, that's when the peanut butter kicks in. Like, you don't expect it. Even though it's supposed to be in there, you'd think that it would just be kind of blended with the overall, but instead, like you get these very distinct kind of waves where it's like you get uh, like I said, you get like the chocolate, the banana. Those are pretty much, mixed together. And then kind of just as that's starting to die down, boom, you get hit with that peanut butter. Now, what you do get hit with afterwards, it does take a little bit because, again, it's another wave. You do get that kind of protein shake flavor. But it's work withable in this instance. Like, I can go with it because, for one thing, the flavors that are at play before it are really tasty. But then on top of that, it's a fairly waning thing. It comes, it doesn't really linger for too long. It's there, kind of does its thing at the tail end, and then it's mostly out. But it's really good. I like this a lot. It's a nice smooth shake. I mean, it's made fresh to order right there. The what was it? The lady behind the counter was very nice. She's like, "Oh, is it your first time here?" And I was like, "No, actually, it's my second time here." So, but she was very helpful. Because clearly I'm not the type of person who would typically go in there. But no, man, I like what they do. I really do. I'm a man who loves a milkshake. Clearly. And the thing is, when it comes to milkshakes, it's a rare thing that I find an actively bad milkshake. Usually, worst case scenario, I get like disappointing ones. Like I did one from Cousin Subs a while ago. They had like a mint one, and that one was just weak as fuck. Whereas comparatively, like my go-to is probably just Baskin Robbins. It's quick and easy. But with Addi-Zone, thing that I like about it, even though it is a different type of shake, because again, it is a protein shake, so it's not quite as much of like a decadent treat as a conventional milkshake would be, at least in kind of, the overall flavor profile. I appreciate the fact that you can really taste the flavors. I appreciate that it tastes nice and fresh. It's a very smooth experience. As for the protein aspect of it, I mean, I'm clearly not the person to speak on like healthy food stuff. I'm just being honest. I'm mostly speaking about the flavor. And for me personally, I think that, well, yes, it does definitely have a little bit of that protein shake flavor. I do think that the overall flavor of it is extremely nice. And I like pretty much everything it's doing. Like I said, it's just that little tail end where you can kind of get that protein kind of, flavoring to it. But otherwise, I mean, it's really tasty. Chocolate and banana work really well, and the nice little hit of peanut butter I just think is really cool. And like I said, it just tastes nice and fresh, and seeing it prepared right there, it's good, man. I really like it. And with the chocolate and the peanut butter, you get a little bit of a Reese's thing going on. A little bit. So, it does have a little bit of decadence to it. Just a little bit. Now, all that said, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. I personally really like this one. I think out of the three that I've had, this might be my personal favorite. The mango pineapple one was kind of my fault because I kind of interfered with it a little bit because they ask you, do you want granola in it, in your shake? And I think for the churro, it made perfect sense. I shouldn't have got it with the mango pineapple because I think it just kind of didn't jive entirely. But the rest of it was good, just when you got that mix. This one, I think, personally, is my favorite. And it's definitely one that, in terms of, like, again, it's like a cool, it's a cool alternative to going over there, especially for me, because, like, I can get this going home to work. It's a nice alternative to going over there, just grabbing McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts or something like that again. Something where I can go over there, get a little bit of a treat, get a little bit of a protein hit or, whatever. And at the same time, still really enjoy it. It's nice, it's fresh, and it's really tasty. So I think for me, yeah, I definitely get it again. I will say this. Would I get it for the same reason that I would get a traditional milkshake? No. If I want a traditional milkshake, I'm definitely going for a traditional milkshake. This serves a different purpose. But at the same time, the purpose that it serves, it can only be served in that specific capacity. So it kind of has a monopoly on that. And if I'm recommending it, I think that, like I said, out of the ones that I've had, I think they're really good. And I think that if you're, it's kind of a two minds thing. If you're somebody who's already into like the, workout protein kind of stuff, the healthier options, then I think this is immediately up your alley because you're already going to know what you're getting going into it. If you're a little bit more casual, somebody like myself, you're just going in for a shake, again, it is going to be a different experience. However, doesn't mean it's going to be a bad experience, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be an experience that I don't recommend you at least try. Because, again, outside of any, potential protein or whatever aspect, it's still just a really tasty shake. Again, it's just a little bit different from the more conventional ones, but it's really tasty and fresh, and I like it. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly peanut butter chocolate banana-tastic rest of your life, because that's just an awe. I never thought about doing that. Like, that's all things that work together. I like it. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do all the time? I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. We don't always have super tasty peanut butter, chocolate, banana shakes to go over there and get us through our morning. In this instance, I did. But, the fact of the matter is we are going to deal with situations in our life that are stressful and frustrating, and when we face those situations, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're already into protein shakes. Maybe you're going to be like, Brandon, you got to try this protein shake. It's the best protein shake that there ever was. Well, I might have already tried it. I mean, like I said, I've reviewed, at the very least, I reviewed a Gatorade protein shake. That was like one of my first reviews. That was a while ago. It was like one of the first ones where it didn't get a lot of views, but, a lot of views is for my channel. But it got a lot of views for at that point in my channel. And, hey, like I said, some people really dig that whole thing. And I can always go over there and try it at some point. Who knows? Just depends on when I get around to things. But in the meantime, go over there, finish this one up, bulk up. Have a good one. Bye.